Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got done watching the latest episode in Titans. And this episode is episode 9, entitled Hank and Dawn. And so you know what that means. Hank and Dawn are back! And it's funny because just last week I was thinking about, are we ever going to see these two characters again? Are they just going to be in the hospital until next season? But we finally did go back to them, and you see that Dawn is still in the hospital bed. She's still out. You see Hank. We get a lot of flashbacks of him and his brother. And I not only loved the episode, but I loved getting to know these two characters. I feel like it would have been even stronger if we got this episode before, when we were first introduced to them earlier in the season. But at the same time, you probably would think that Dick Grayson is a dick for all of the relationship meddling that he may or may not have done with Dawn. And so maybe it does make sense that we waited this long to get some of their backstory. You see, with Hank, when he was a young kid, he prevented the high school or the gym teacher. He prevented him from molesting his younger brother, and he basically took it, which is so disturbing and so hard to watch. And I know that happens obviously in real life, so it was something that you could easily see and relate to. But every time I see a child molester in anything, that's when I believe in the Punisher. Just there's no rhyme or reason. Kill the fucker right then and there. Anyways, we jump ahead in time and we see Hank older. He's in college playing football, and he has too many concussions. And seeing that that's what ended his football career, he got kicked out of school for having issues. I like that his brother was there for him. I fully expected, though, that his brother wasn't going to make it too much further because, well, we don't see him today anymore. You see that the two of them started this secret society where they go out and go after other child molesters in town. And so I like that. They were called Hawk and Dove first. That was interesting. And then you see one day randomly they bump into Dawn and her mother on the sidewalk, and boom, two cars get into an accident. One veers off and smashes right into her mother and Hank's brother. And that was just like, whoa. Again, I kind of figured that his brother wasn't going to make it, but to have them both taken out in one fast sweep was just like, what? And it reminded me of when Clark Kent's father died, at least in the Christopher Reeve movie, because Man of Steel definitely changed this. When you have a parent die in a way where there's no stopping it, there's nothing you could have done. Literally, I think that's what makes it more tragic. Like Dawn ended up saying later on, there's no one to blame, there's no one to direct her anger to, it just happened. And I like the group meetings that you saw, how her and Hank started getting closer and obviously blossoming a relationship. But then when she finds out about his coach, and when she goes on her own to go after this guy, and then Hank showed up, and then they beat the hell out of him. Payoff! That's what you always want to see, is somebody who really deserves it get what's coming to them. And you see the start of it, right? You see the start of not just a relationship, but their partnership and how they're going to now become Hawk and Dove. And then Dawn sees Raven. Raven, throughout these flashbacks, was trying to contact them, which is weird. I don't know how that works exactly. Rachel, how she's able to like conjure up images. Like maybe she was just trying to contact them or connect to them in general. And as they were having these memories, it was swooping in that way. Maybe that's all it was. But it woke Dawn up. I was very happy to see Dawn wake up, because when that first happened to her earlier in the season, I thought maybe they had just killed her off. So if she's back, and if they're going to get back into the game, I'm fully on board with it. It's amazing how some of my favorite episodes of Titans has been the episodes that hasn't really focused on the Titans. Some people might say that this was a slower episode, and it was, but I totally did not mind it. I enjoyed getting deeper into the characters. I enjoyed finding out backstory. It's when the material, it's when the story has me hooked. It's when it has me interested. Last week, it wasn't that it was slow. It was just that I didn't feel as connected to the story as much, where this time I did. These characters I do feel connected to. So obviously, guys, I very much enjoyed Titans this week. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the episode? Did you like it as much as I do? What do you think of how some of the best episodes have been Doom Patrol, have been Robin-centric, have now been Hawk and Dove-centric? That's the strongest episodes in my opinion. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!